Hello everyone and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So like the last time I said, I stopped at this quest, I did some other world quests, and now I'm gonna continue on with the Archon quest. Yeah, that's the right one. And I still have plenty of other character story quests left. Now to buy that Jade. Oh, it's this guy, yeah, I remember.
Welcome to
the
the
guy
Jade
that likes to
Mystery, my good
gamble.
friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day.
What a weird way of gambling.
It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
That's what everyone says.
Betting? No, we're here for...
Noctilucous Jade, of Radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These three pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well.
Well, I'm no expert at oars.
If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
All of them.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss. That one didn't count. We need to discuss it again. Hey, if we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Well, that's true.
Oh, Mora.
Yes. A thing we need.
It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
But that's true.
What?
All Mora is
Even
currency,
she
but
didn't
not
get it.
all currency is Mora.
Whatever you say.
What?
Talking about economics.
Is this how the rich live?
No.
Well,
The
he
rich
knows
don't
a lot
understand
about big
economics.
money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous Jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous Jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
I hear that a lot.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger, the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous Jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. Noctilucous Jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
I didn't realize you were such an expert.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Okay.
Priceless, huh? I'm Paimons just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Can get
well,
small samples.
Fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
If I could only see it. How stingy.
Stingy? I've already been very generous. Any more and you may as well have my neck.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach.
Ew.
Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
Dado Gorge? Yeah, let's go there.
Paimon remembers we once saw this big pot down at the Dada-Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
Okay, well, I think I won't need any other characters for this. Oh yeah, I forgot these trials that teach you about each reaction. I'll do those later. So, go around it?
It has been a long
seeds.
time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Snake wine? Can I get up there? Should have gone from the top. So this is the only time we get to take Zhongli somewhere else. Like Mondstadt. I guess it is.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it.
Of course they're using
It's
it.
polite, but we gotta cut the line.
Cut the line. Yeah, hey guys, I need you to free up this space. Not being rude or anything, just need this. Yeah, and I finally did upgrade my characters a bit. Now the damage is a bit noticeable. Hey, I didn't see that there are pyro flowers under it.
There's still soup
That's
in
how
here.
it's cooking.
These hilly trolls sure have big appetites.
Shame to let it go to waste.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
Well, okay, but it's soup.
We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use Pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is, so pay close attention.
I think I failed this last time. Oh. Need pyro. Yeah. Well. Oh, come on. Who am I gonna change? Beidou. Xiangling is our expert. Could use my burst. Okay.
Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Hilly Trails are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue again after.
How are they nosy? I'm intruding.
Booba, get them!
Okay, I'm keeping my eyes on that one.
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
More Hilly Trolls! They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food!
Who wouldn't be mad?
Quake!
I'm just some maniac here coming doing my quest and ruining someone's party. More? Okay. Now this one's the shinier one.
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it?
Well,
It was so much
guess.
shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
switching back characters.
We have work to do.
Thank you for your service, Shining.
I trust you.
Until next time. Back to playing with rocks.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Third.
Exactly! That's the one Paimon remembers too!
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done.
Does he remember which he cut?
All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them.
Yeah.
This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
You sure?
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
True.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liyue and good honest merchants such as yourself, I, for one, believe that Liyue will continue to prosper, as it always has done.
That's how he believes. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous Jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any more?
My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
A strange take on the value of money.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Child give us some advance funds
We
earlier?
have them.
That's a relief. Have a look.
Hey, it got off. Again.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be alright even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
We need to find Child for more funding.
It seems that we must. I will keep that in mind. Thanks, both of you.
You're welcome. Well, there's the jade. Quite a lot, actually.
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Okay, we'll pay him.
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite.
So we're just going to use the scene of the
The
crime?
Liyue Qixing have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith.
Too bad Yanfei is not with us.
Although with
She
that
would
said,
clear it up.
since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about.
Maybe they're afraid.
Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel.
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called.
A corpse.
You seem to know everything,
That's what you
Mr.
call it.
Youngly. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
Still feels very odd.
These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat.
The
All the
only
mora
one.
that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no!
No, Paimon.
Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Jean?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available.
They must have some ulterior
Perhaps
motive.
each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
Yes.
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must
Okay.
be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special.
Just what I got a few seconds ago.
Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
Yep.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
But I have the ingredients. Can't you take mine? They're fresh. I have to check later around the whole harbor if I picked up every chest, because there are a few I remember I missed even a few months after going through all Liyue. Oh yeah, it's that guy. The scammer.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Well, that's not how you speak to customers.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
Wait, you don't even recognize me? Yeah, I met you once.
I'm sorry? Ah, yes. We've met before, haven't we? Sorry, traveler. I shouldn't have spoken to you in that tone.
Good.
Now then,
Next time you'll think
please
twice.
peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the adepti.
Okay, thanks for the description.
Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow, a true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
What's so impressive about that?
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Again, all.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird, but this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the Seven. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the Seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case.
Okay, we will.
Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any Mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
By this point, I'd be surprised if he remembered.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis.
Maybe. I don't know.
If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
Alright. But we'll be back
So, now that we've got
sometime
the flowers,
later.
how do we make the perfume?
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Really?
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
It sounds so weird.
I will wait for you near the Statue of the Seven. Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
Near the statue of the... Which one?
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild.
Good
What's
candidates.
Swan? She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Well... Yeah, but that doesn't mean... Just
Let's
put this
dance.
back up again. But I used up my stamina already. Yeah, the same quest that's making the sound.
Let the show begin.
And there we are.
Ulan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
What are you, retired?
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
I wouldn't say that. You know how to make perfume.
Wow. Just wow.
I know, I'm awful.
Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Okay.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent?
You don't know?
Oh, it must be from the Qingxin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lon's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Qiming.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lon. See?
Who was this fortune teller? Do I know this person? No, I don't know. Some random NPC.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
I'm not saying this.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
How did you pronounce that? Yingar? Okay. That's not how I say it.
Yingar? Oh, as
That's
in scent
different.
of spring, Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need.
Well, everyone knows this NPC. But that's not how I pronounce the name. It's hard to pronounce all these names correctly. I think it was more simple. Here we are.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
You don't know who I am, so
What?
don't say
How
that.
did you know we were coming?
She didn't.
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady.
I didn't say a word.
Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around.
But I was silent the whole time.
Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
Let's just go with this weird triple silk flower variety.
3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it?
You make it sound so wrong. It's for Rex Lapis.
Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
But it's true.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
I didn't get it at all.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me.
Okay.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume?
You're making this sound so difficult for me. That Opa Gorge. Yeah,
Where is that? Mondstadt?
of course.
We're only making some perfume. There's no need to go to such ridiculous lengths. Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's go for the kitchen at Wan Min Restaurant.
I don't think a kitchen is a good place for perfume.
That's not
Shangling will have my head for dinner.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now.
I don't know how he agreed.
Are you ready to please me?
What?
What did you say?
I heard that correctly.
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. Well, I'm setting
Well, I'm
up.
watching you.
You can go and fetch some water.
Wait. I was behind.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Climb a wall just to get some water. I could have gone around like this.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence. Using perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
Okay, I get it.
Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water.
Being very suggestive today.
Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Okay, now I'll craft these 3 things. Yeah. What does it look like? It all looks well, just a bit different, but more like the potion itself. Or not potion, the oil. And I do need silk flowers, even though I didn't get any for the quest. Although if you never collected any, there's already a few in Liyue, in the harbor. Okay, here's your oils.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please, focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there. All 3 perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
I was thinking of you the whole time, like you asked.
Wow, you actually remembered my throwaway comment.
Huh, I knew it.
You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see how easily one could be taken in. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each
mine?
scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
I think I got it.
Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the 7.
Yeah, which one was that? Because there's one, there's another one. There's the 3rd, 4th, 5th. He didn't specify which one. But okay, at least I know I can see where.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
You're back.
Probably meditating.
Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfume?
3 sets, and not one less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies.
Okay,
This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it.
But what are we doing? Spraying the statue? These perfumes.
The third kind
It says
has a
offer.
gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that?
Looks like this one.
That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Maybe not.
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
Well, we do need to see the Exudia.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Oh, this will be fun.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person.
Man, why's he gotta be so secretive this time?
Well, now I know why. Kinda. Why he doesn't want to go see Madame Ping. Okay, what was that achievement, just for completing quest? Yeah. Yay, 5 Primo Gems. Nope. Don't have that much. If only I could be in Inazuma right now. Could try those events. I know some of those are difficult.
All things must change.
There are new Glazed Lilies. How do you do?
Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers?
Not really.
But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free.
Oh, I know that one.
This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster?
I'd like to borrow the cleansing bell.
Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it.
And for what reasons, actually?
Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
We can look for it ourselves.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. And, we can help with chores if you have any too.
All right, children. There is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work?
Contains your house keys.
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it. If you can find it.
If you can find it.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Yeah, it's a surprise. It would be cool to enter this place any time for, I don't know, some domain run.
Huh? Where are we? What
Oh,
just happened?
spiders.
Youngsters,
Forgot these
this is where
existed.
this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
I love the music
That
here.
sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Let's dance. Go as planned.
Well, 5,000 is still decent for June. And I should keep upgrading. Any hidden chests here? Nope. Activate the bridge. Isn't this... No, it's not the same one like I was
Did you notice?
before.
The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Maybe too long. Bye bye. Why there's dendro vines here? Like I would go and jump down there. Maybe here, but not all the way there.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old Granny could also be an adeptus?
She is. Oh, it's disappearing. I remember falling down there.
More and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Chilian Karst? Why
No.
would she stay in the city?
There's another spider.
Back off! Eyes on me!
Oh, there's even more.
Barbados, guide us.
Go as one! Go as one!
Wait, I'm still not done. Yeah, I noticed something here. And that was it. One chest.
How many levels does this teapot have?
A lot.
It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
And there it is.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Nothing over here.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick.
3 different questions. Oh, no.
An adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child. Surely you already understand.
Just yes or no.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Can I keep
Hey,
it?
it belongs to Granny. We're supposed to return what we borrow.
Oh, let you keep it. You really are a frank child. If you want it, you can keep it. But this bell gets homesick sometimes. Who knows? It might find its way back into these old hands.
Okay.
Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
It's bigger on the inside. Okay, got that. Where now? Back at the terrace. I see I missed something. And 2 more. And some bamboo on the way.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
Didn't I also ask this question already? You know,
Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparation?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
Kite flying. I wouldn't mind.
No.
Or
Kites
such
are
a
children's toys, yes.
gadget.
But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Oh, rank up. Nice. And so soon. Oh, since Catherine is nearby, I can get the reward. I think I'll get the reward first.
Add asterisk.
50k, 1 fate, 2 fragile resin, and some ore and books. Not bad. If only they would increase the max level rank cap, not level cap.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him.
Yeah, fashion, economics, jewelry, and jade pottery.
He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else. But there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon.
Outside the lines.
As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before.
Paimon, stop talking.
Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon.
Oh yeah, the eternity thing again.
These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing.
Okay, that's Dendro. What else? Dendro is wisdom.
Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
Okay, so these are shores. Waters is justice. So that's Hydro. Pyro is like rage or something? I don't know. War. Cryo? I don't know what that represents. Maybe
The
death.
compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me.
As
for the
for
payment,
the payment, he says.
Well, allow me.
Oh, look who's here. The troublemaker.
Hey, it's Child!
Did you already meet his here?
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
No, now I have to pay these guys. Let's see
help?
how much I have.
Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Yujing Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations
Fetch
for
me
them.
53 branches and 20 stacks of timber.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 mora for a single trip. How does that sound?
Done.
Wait, let's talk. Wait, oh yeah, I have 50. 20,000 he wants. Oh, I can't just write this. Let's go with 15,000.
Let me think. Deal. This price is reasonable. I'll hop right to it.
Okay. I won't have much left over anyway. There's probably like a minimum you can get. But I don't have the time to test it out.
A
or
full day of odd
not gonna
jobs
even
at
search.
Eugene Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
25,000?
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Wait. So, I gave... How much I gave for that guy a discount? %25 less. So let's try 18. No, 18,500. How's this?
This price'll do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Oh, okay. And the third guy. There was one that asked too much.
But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Need 5 crystal flies.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Nah, never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What?
A most fair price.
Let's negotiate. So this one asks the least. Let's see how much I can cut off. I have 16,500 left. Oh boy. Math. So 10,000.
5 geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Okay. Back to him.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming!
Oh man.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need?
No. Paimon.
Does that mean you know what he's after?
No, but we're not working with the Fatui. What else could the Fatui want?
Yikes! You're right! Signora!
That's right.
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
I'm keeping an eye on you.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
No.
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now. Huh. The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
It came from behind the counter.
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
You can float. Yeah, scared me. Isn't she adorable?
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter.
Is she a zombie?
Ah, Paimon thinks you might be right. Look at the talisman on her forehead.
That's a... what was it called? A jiangshi.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Sad story. Do zombies also count as a death type?
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Good thing there are none.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is
He
needed to
wasn't
purchase
ready.
everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
She's doing her job, honestly. Orders?
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself.
Yeah, because whoever made this whole thing made her her own master.
My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
Easy.
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Mental gymnastics. Okay.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a Coco Goat. Please and thank you.
So simple. On the what with the what? Where?
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before.
Not only you have heard, you know. Just playing games with me.
It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Nice weapons then.
Mr. Zhang Li really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the Coco Goat.
It's not real.
The Coco Goat is a legendary animal. An adeptabeast.
Sure it is.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the Coco Goat is a legendary animal. An adeptabeast. What it looks like. Don't know. Where to find it? Don't know either. Where it came from? Also don't know.
Great. This isn't much to go on.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a Coco Goat?
I don't know. We can just imagine. How it would look like. Would it be like a brown goat or something? I think I have many waypoints unlocked. There's still a lot of treasures around, like that one. First things first is the quest. I think I ran here around once, nearby. Go, inspect. Probably not working.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an adeptus to build this.
Well, that looks simple.
But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhangli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers.
That's some name.
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand.
Almost.
That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
Yes,
I
he
have
does.
a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
It's that building right there. It's already,
Where's that supply post?
it's already open.
Here, posty, posty, posty.
Easy.
Ah, these parts look useful. One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong
And
ballista
he
is more
succeeded.
intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh. Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Yeah.
Over here we have nothing. And over there, more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
Mind your own business.
So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just good manners.
Ha! Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders, old man. This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its own. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already gone and repaired it?
Yes.
Next thing you'll be repairing is your faces, and that's if you get out of this alive.
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior.
He's getting angry.
It is not we who need reprimanding, but you.
Okay, guys. You're asking for an operation.
Another test subject.
Okay.
Let the show begin. I swear by my sword.
Pressed it the wrong time.
To ashes. Go as planned.
Oh, another way. Okay.
Ready, steady, go!
Oops, wrong button.
Wind, hear me!
You're open.
Back off!
combination.
Go is fly!
Well, that's all of them.
Huh. These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
Of course.
Oh yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong Ballista working, but where's our Coco Goat?
A search using the Guizhong Ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means...
This was a complete waste of time. Well, not really.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did...
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy, explain that we could not find a Coco Goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
Sure. Okay, going back. This recording is mostly going back and forth to places. I don't know whether to try to load something right now. Chi-Chi is already waiting for me.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
What do you need this Coco Goat for?
Coco Goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Ah, here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
Huh?
That's it.
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and... So how are you supposed to predict anything? Literally no one could have seen this coming.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
No, everything's okay.
Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
Thanks. Coconut tree. Well, I guess this one's okay.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Time to work it through.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude of me.
Hey there,
I'm
Baiju.
Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
That's not an ingredient. Also, look at that dendro vision.
What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi. Ah! The snake is speaking!
Yeah. Oh, talking snake.
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent!
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, Communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last. Things are finally starting to come together.
3 million more. Top quality.
3
Guaranteed.
million. Well, I have it.
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the Cheesing have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself.
Why is
Though
it so
practically
expensive?
speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much, Mora. And as for Mr. Zhang Li, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
No shame.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to Child?
I hate to do it. 20 minutes later.
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Yes.
Coconut
So
milk.
much fuss.
Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants
Quick.
coconut milk.
Do something.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000.
Still a crazy amount.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
I give better discounts to my workers.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million.
Wow, you won't feel the difference.
Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
But he didn't give us the incense. Or did you take it? Quietly.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope. What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House? If not the Exuvia. I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
I guess it does. Okay, I got that, got another achievement, and I think this is the part where I will stop my recording. What was the next thing? Okay, prevail, medicine. Or was this the... No, I'm gonna stop here because it's already quite a long video. So as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.